Expansion.
We're back on number 2 of our pump product reviews. Obviously we've done Commodio pump, now we have expansion by CNP.
The brand new pump formula from the Tri series, which is a stimulant, a focus, and obviously the pump. So we are excited to give this a go, and a huge thank you to CNP for sending it over to us. You know, we're going to delve into our honest thoughts and feelings in the product, as we always do, as effectively and as honestly as we can. You know, stay tuned right here for the rest of this review.
And please do hit the subscribe button, like the video and comment, and let us know your thoughts on this one of 3 Infinity Stones of games.
Cheers, guys.
It's that flavour time.
Taste and mixability of this expansion part of the Tri series. What I'll say is it comes in 2 different flavours. The one we would like to have had is sour sweets, but the one we got is
A red apple, not the green.
red apple. But nonetheless, let's have a look. Let's give it a shot.
Is it a good apple or a bad apple?
We're, or myself, I'm not the biggest of Apple fans straight off, immediately. However, I'll do my very best to let you know whether it's supposed to, well, taste like it's supposed to.
If it's a rotten apple or not.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to weigh this because the scoop is one of those inconsistent size ones that are sort of like a shovel.
Or rounded.
Yeah, 15 grams. Let's do it.
It's all going wrong. Right, here we go.
This happens when we don't do a review for a week, we lose our...
Lose thought.
Yeah.
Right, we'll see. Got a lot of foam action.
Must be excited to see us, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, look at that. It's 50% foam, 50% water, almost. But the mixability, I don't know if you can see, is actually quite good.
Yeah, and it smells appley from what I can smell as well.
Oh yeah, it actually smells like a real apple. Oh, that's strong.
Oh, that's funny, isn't it?
Mmm. Nice.
Mm.
It's like a yoghurt, an
Yeah.
apple yoghurt.
Mm.
No, tastes like a rhubarb.
Yeah, it does actually, the aftertaste.
I knew there was something that would remind me of by the smell.
Mm.
Tastes like a rhubarb yoghurt.
Yeah. Slight chalkiness to it, but that's really not too bad at all.
I like rhubarb.
Mm. That's really nice actually.
Mm.
I like it more.
Quite strong. I think we should have had a bit more water.
Yeah. The more I drink it, the more I like it. I'm thinking 8 to even 9 potentially. It's really nice.
Yeah, I'm happy to give it a 9 because the mixability is actually very good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really actually surprised me, that one.
Definitely more like a rhubarb than an apple, but
Yeah.
I can see why they'd call it red apple.
Yeah, like apple to start with, then a rhubarb aftertaste.
Definitely the yoghurt style.
Mm.
9 out of 10.
Boom.
Good
smash
start.
it. Let's do it. Roll it out to them.
Okay guys, it is price time on this product and we were shocked. Let's just start it with that. You can pick this up UK from cnpprofessional.co.uk. Use a code MARK30 for 30% off. He's the director of CNP. We've been in talks with him. He seems like a nice guy, and he lent us his code effectively because we asked for it at a very short notice. But 30% off is a cracker.
Madness.
Really good. And actually, guys, this is a 30 serving product. That is a great start. The second great start is it was only $27.99 to start off with. 30% off gets it down to £19.59.
It's too good to be true.
Yeah, we was like, no. Well, we done the maths and we redone the maths. We kept checking it and it was correct. 65 pence a go.
Jesus Christ.
Now that hits a solid 9 out of 10 score. Fantastic. I mean, honestly, we was shocked at that for a pump formula that is full of trademarked ingredients. So 9 out of 10. US guys?
Yeah, just for comparative purposes for you guys, it's $25.74, which is 86 cents a go. What we will say is because the official CNP website doesn't distribute outside of the UK and Northern Ireland, is to just look at other distributors and see if you can pick it up.
Absolutely, I'm sure someone will. We are also still in talks with CNP, and because we're so fresh and quick on this review, they are still feeding us back information, so we may well come up with a solution for you guys. If we do, we will put it in the description below, so if you want to keep on top of it, keep checking there.
Very good.
9 out of 10. Another good score.
So what exactly is in expansion? And I'll start by saying I don't know how they've got the price so cheap because it's full of painted ingredients. But first up is citrulline malate at 8 grams.
That is straight away a great dose. Obviously it's bonded to the malic acid, but that to us is one of our favourite methods of getting nitric oxide boosting in the bloodstream. You know, it's really going to flush the muscle cells with nutrients and blood, so it's a great start to this label.
Yeah, foundation ingredient, tick. Then we've got glycosize, 3 grams.
Basically that's glycerol. That's the important combination of this. It is glycerol is often argued as a osmolyte in that it draws in water to the muscle cell, very similar to creatine. So it pushes again nutrients and water directly into muscle cell. It's glycosized because its bonding agent helps it stay anti-clump in the tub, which is the problem that glycerol alone has.
Yep, so should be improved clumping prevention in this one. Then we've got nitrosogene, 750 milligrams.
What is nitrosogene, you ask? And I'll tell. It's basically a bond of 3 things. So it's a bond of arginine with inositol, which is a type of sugar, as well as the chemical compound potassium silicate. You know, the combination helps boost arginine levels in the bloodstream. It makes it more bioavailable than just arginine alone, which has been shown to deplete very fast. So what does nitrogen do? Basically, it raises the nitric oxide level in the blood. So it's going to help with pumps as well as, again, nutrient flushing. So it's a great ingredient. We've always had great results with it.
Yeah, so it's another angle of attacking the arginine pathway, synergising with that citrulline.
Absolutely.
Moving on to Vaso-6, 300 milligrams.
Vaso-6, again, another trademarked ingredient that we love. It's an oligomer from green tea, basically. Again, nitric oxide production. 300 milligrams a day in studies have been shown to improve vasodilation by up to 50%, which is a lot more than arginine alone, for example. So that is a huge amount. And in vasodilation simply means more blood flow to the muscle where you're going to need it. So pumps are going to be nice.
Vascularity should be very much apparent. And then finishing off this little matrix here, we have Vinitrox, 250 milligrams.
Vinitrox, first time we've seen this ingredient, so we was excited to give it a go. You know, basically it helps with actually fatigue and endurance, so that's a great start. And it amps up nitric oxide again, so you know the body really doesn't stand a chance here, Craig, but to boost those nitric oxide levels. You know, it's a combination of apple and grape polyphenols. And a study on 50 people showed it to boost physical training time and delay fatigue barrier. So, you know, it is difficult to measure that, but it has shown positive results. So we'll have to try and see if it makes any change in our training.
Theory me, another solid ingredient then. Moving on to the absorption matrix, they're attacking it from 2 different angles. Estrogen at 50 milligrams and bioprene at 10 milligrams.
Obviously, estrogen is the trademarked ingredient, and 50 milligrams is that standard dose that we like to see. It really does improve the bioavailability of all the ingredients mentioned beforehand to really utilise it as best as possible in the gym, which is what we're going to need.
Lovely.
The same exactly goes for bioperine. Obviously, that's black pepper extract. That again will get all these ingredients digested as efficiently as the body can. So you know, they're a fantastic round off to any label, and we like to see the both in this.
Yeah.
All I can say is the pumps are going to be nasty if we're going by just the label. But guys, as always, we're going to just see how it comes together in that physical training.
Yeah. It's worth mentioning under other ingredients, they just have some calcium as lactate, magnesium as lactate, and vitamin B12, which are just general health, energy boosting, pumpy sort of ingredients, just to tie it all in.
Absolutely, the calcium there is going to help with obviously the contractions and energy production naturally. Great stuff, guys.
Yep. Well, what we got to say about this then?
CNP expansion on our honest thoughts and feelings on the product. So, let's get into it. Painfully good.
We love it. We can't get around it.
No.
We were just smiling the whole way through training. We were like, it feels like we're on a stim pre because we're so happy.
I had the sweats after and all, actually. I felt like I was on stims. But honestly, yeah, the pumps, there's no denying,
Brutal.
painful as hell. So much so that actually, myself and you, we don't normally get shoulder DOMs where it hurts the next day after training, but today they are hurting.
Just flooded the muscle cell with
Yeah, and they even felt like rock hard to a touch.
Yeah,
and
you
as
couldn't
actually,
raise your arm.
Yeah, it was crazy, the pumps. Honestly, I've not, almost want to say I've not felt pumps like it.
Yeah, and what we've said, it's just one of those labels that ties together really nicely in reality.
The estrogen and the bioperine obviously utilise every last gram of that material beforehand. And what Craig said, and you've probably forgotten, you said this during training, is you get that dry pump and the watery pump.
Yeah.
As we've mentioned in pump reviews before, you get this watery pump with some, which is like a fluffy but filled up. And then you get a dry, almost like a mind muscle dry,
vascular
interior connection with the muscle that feels hard to move.
This is both.
Yeah, this works really well, surprisingly well. Like, you look at it and think a short label.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I kind of wasn't expecting that much because the label is so short. Whereas some of these pump labels these days are like a shopping list.
But they're all painted, and what is in there is mega dose. So you've got the citrulline to widen your blood vessels, you've got those other dilating ingredients, you've got the glycosides to draw in the water, so it's attacking it from multiple angles.
Honestly, really, 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 really good pumps. Now, yes, there is no nootropic, no focus ingredients in this, but because it only advocates that it's a pump product, and because it delivers such good pumps, and honestly, guys, I was shocked.
Yeah.
We got no choice but to give it that 10 out of 10 Review Bros, gold star rating.
We just can't rate it down. We were talking about it, like, how would we rate it down then?
We was thinking about the focus side, because there are these pump formulas that have focus ingredients in them, and that is good. And also beta-alanine is something we like. But it really is just saying that it's a pump formula, and for what it is exactly what it says on the tin, and it hits the nail right on the head. I think that's the best way to say it. Nail on the head.
And you can see why they haven't put nootropics in it, because then that would step on the toes of cognition, and you know they don't want to overlap things.
And we are super excited to get them two reviewed, Ignition and Cognition, for you guys.
This has set the bar high for those two.
Yeah. We're in talks with CNP with it. Hopefully we'll get those two products reviewed as well. But this one, honestly, I'll be honest, it really shocked me. It was fantastic in terms of pumps.
It is up there.
Yeah, really, really good. So if you want a stim break, guys, and considering the price of it as well, do recommend. 10 out of 10.
Effective training.
Well done, CNP. Great product.
It's time to wrap up the numbers, and please do go back and find out why. And the numbers are high, so we had to pull out our math skills for this one. First up was taste,
which we gave a 9 out of 10. I'll be honest, it was very, very nice. Tasted more like rhubarb to us than a red apple, but really, really nice. Solid mixability as well.
Can only assume the other flavour's going to be nice as well. Then it moves us into price.
Price, again, with that discount code, go back to the price segment where it is. You can pick this up very cheap, and in fact, it came in on a consistent pricing scale at a 9 out of 10.
Ridiculous. And then effects,
we were shocked. We gave it a 10 out of 10.
That's what it says.
It literally is exactly that. It does what it says on the tin. It is a pump formula and a pump formula only. So if you're looking for that, 10 out of 10.
What does that give us overall?
28 out of 30.
Which is the all-time highest scoring product on the channel since we started.
Yeah, the highest. I can't see it being beaten. It literally fell together very, very nicely. And do remember that is 28 out of 30 for a pump formula. We're not necessarily saying we'd rather take this than a pre-workout with heavy stims, but nonetheless, for what it wants, what it sets out to be, 28 out of 30. Cracking. What is there to say?
All I can say is if you stack this with Cognition and Ignition, you're going to be in for a hell of a ride.
Yeah, that's a point. We are very excited to get them reviewed for you. Obviously, I know a lot of you are already asking us for the Ignition review. We will get that out to you guys soon.
Absolutely.
28 out of 30. CNP, smash this one.
We hope you enjoyed this review. I mean, this shocked us as much as you guys. You know, it didn't. It looks okay to the naked eye, but once we delved into it, it was a cracking product.
Yeah. 28 out of 30. And guys, thank you so much for watching along. Big thanks to CNP for sending us. Must emphasise at this point, due to those scores, This is 100% unbiased.
Yeah.
We're not being paid by a CNP. Yes, they sent us the product for free, but we was going to give it an honest review as we do with all our other products, and it just did so well overall. Pumps are nasty.
Grimacing.
As always, guys,
Stay
pumped, and you really will an expansion.